Welcome to Greenland. This is our most beautiful morning yet. First indoor bathroom, and it's my worst nightmare.
So what's this fashion you've got going on here?
I had to wear this life jacket just in case a polar bear comes around the bend. We have to run to the Zodiac as fast as possible, so we have to make sure we're wearing the life jackets so we can just hop in the boat as fast as possible. So, I mean, I guess it's a good excuse, but I kind of want to see a polar bear. But anyways, the landscape in Greenland is so breathtaking, and honestly, I had no idea what to expect coming to Greenland. I had no clue what it was going to look like. I've always heard it was a very icy country, so I kind of pictured a lot of ice. And it's actually, because we're coming at the end of summer, there's a lot of beautiful brown mountains, and we're finally at a place where there is ice and icebergs. So we got kind of like the best of both worlds. It's so beautiful. I'm just blown away by the scenery. And it's the emptiest country on Earth, which is kind of a cool fact. So I just feel like we're at the edge of the earth and we have it all to ourselves.
Another interesting fact, you can only get to Greenland from Denmark or Iceland. So my adventure begins in Reykjavik, Iceland.
I'm heading to Iceland. Let's go. Good morning from Iceland. I'm about to meet up with my friend Jordan, and Michael's on his way, and we will be on a 9-day cruise to Greenland, and I'm walking now to meet up with Jordan.
Reykjavik is also the capital of Iceland, and although it's an expensive city, I found it to be really cute and charming. I would definitely come back and visit again.
I'm like a school. Before you ask me.
The vlog starts now.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Wow.
With my boys. Where's Jordan? Filming something dumb.
Yeah.
And all right, you guys ready? Let's board. Welcome to my suite. This is basically the same room I had when I went to Antarctica with Albatros Expeditions. In Antarctica, we made it. Oh, it feels so surreal. We have a nice, spacious balcony, which will be epic when we are strolling past all the glaciers and the icebergs. We're gonna be in the most amazing landscape soon. And then this is my bedroom. A nice king bed, and then I have a balcony that I can walk out basically from my bedroom. This is really spacious. This is amazing. I'm ready for the next 8 days. Let's go. We just took off. Another trip with Albatros, but this time we're going up north.
We left Reykjavik right as the sun was setting, and it was beautiful. I didn't know what to expect in Greenland, but was hoping to see some polar bears, get a sense of the culture, eat some traditional Greenland food. What do they even eat in Greenland? I don't know, but I was excited to try it all.
Okay, not even an hour into our cruise, we already are seeing northern lights. Let's see if you can see it from the balcony. Oh no, it already went away.
It's already gone?
It's already gone.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I'll probably come back.
Let's go up. Maybe we'll see it up there. Can you see it?
This video doesn't even do it justice, but when you see the northern lights, especially for the first time, and I don't mean to sound dramatic, but it really feels like a spiritual experience. You can't even believe the universe is capable of these kinds of things. I highly recommend adding the northern lights to your bucket list.
And we just saw the most spectacular northern light show
incredible. If this is any inclination how the rest of the trip's gonna be, we're in good shape. Good morning. We just pulled up to land, so it's basically day one of our expedition. We are off the coast of Greenland and we just pulled up to a tiny little village. I'm gonna butcher the name. It's called Itakadormit, I think. Probably butchered that. But anyways, it's just a town, a little village made up of like 300 people who have been indigenous to Greenland for thousands of years. And we're gonna get off the ship in a little bit and explore. All right, we're getting on the Zodiac. Finally, our first expedition of the trip. It was a beautiful day to explore, but very cold. And here's a quick fact. Itakadormit is one of the most remote towns on Earth, and it's also the coldest permanently inhabited place on the planet. The average temperature in Itakadormit is -5 degrees Celsius, or that's about 23 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's just too cold for me. We're officially on land. My first time in Greenland. Get my feet. What is it? Nicole. Right when we got there, I saw a local with a sled with a bunch of dogs, and being my curious self, I had to ask him a few questions. This is Asha, and he was born in this village. He's 67 years old and has lived here his whole life. And behind you, there's a bunch of Greenlandic dogs that are his dogs, and he basically uses these sled type things and transports things, and that's how he makes his living here. And this is polar bear skin, by the way. There's polar bears. We're in polar bear territory, so we can see a polar bear at any time. And yeah, this is what he does here for a living. I didn't see any cars while walking around, which I thought was interesting. And later I found out that there are no connecting roads to go from town to town. And because there are no roads, the only way to get to the next town is either by boat, helicopter, snowmobile, or dog sled. The only hotel in town, called the Guest House. I wonder if you can find this place on Airbnb. There was one town church and it was actually pretty beautiful. Also, some locals even invited me into their home. Once I was inside, I asked them questions like, what do they normally eat? And they told me reindeer, musk, ox, seal, walrus, whale, and fish are commonly found on the dinner tables in Greenland. This is the only grocery store market that they have in this village, and they make it seem like it could have been empty because they only get one shipment a year from a boat, but it's pretty stocked. I'm surprised. And they even have like magnums and ice cream. I could live here. Okay, so this is dried musk meat. I love finding snacks in different countries. All right, that was my little grocery store experience. I asked the grocery store clerk how long ago they got their shipment in by boat for the store, and they said about a month ago, and I think that's why the shelves are newly stocked and there's a lot of stuff there. I can live here now. So all over Itakadormit. I'm butchering it. I need to just stop saying the name. Anyway, so all over the village, there are the cutest little Greenlandic dogs. And this guy was going in on whatever's in this little bag. It looks like a dead seal or walrus because it's very blubbery and bloody. And he's just going at it. Meet the Greenland dog, a loyal companion and a symbol of Greenlandic culture. These dogs are super impressive to be able to withstand the harshest conditions of the frozen north. I'm kind of having a moment alone on this cliff. I'm looking at 12 Greenlandic huskies. I'm looking at the water and icebergs behind me, a beautiful, colorful town in the back. It kind of feels surreal. Like, where am I? I'm in Greenland. I just had to soak that in and admire the view for a bit. That's it for Itakadormit. All right, that's a wrap on Itakadormit. We spent a nice day exploring the town, meeting some of the villagers, the people who have lived here their whole lives, and it was really cute. Now we're getting back on the Zodiac and on to the ship. We are ending day one in Greenland with a beautiful pastel sunset.
and we're about to go down for some dinner. But I would say that day 1 in Greenland, success.
Sunset hour on the ship is my absolute favorite time. The colors are so beautiful. The air is so fresh. Taking a breath of fresh air up here just feels so much better. Good morning. It is day 2 in Greenland, and we just pulled up to our second landing of the trip. We are going to explore a place called Ella Island, and we are in a beautiful fjord with very tall snow-capped mountains, and the scenery is just breathtaking. So we're gonna get off the ship in a little bit and explore, and can't wait to show you the landscape. Ella Island is where Danish explorers and scientists discovered many minerals and mapped the coastline of Greenland. I was about to go check out the cabin where they lived, but first, I ran into a surprise.
Right here.
What is it?
The biggest poop on the island.
This is just really shitty.
Okay, so I guess we're going into this scientific base hut. This is where they do a lot of scientific research on Ella Island. A lot of like Greenland researchers come and meet here and explore the territory and the terrain. So yeah, we're gonna go inside and see what's in. It's crazy how small the bedrooms are. I mean,
So,
it's perfect
that's all you
for
need.
me. Perfect for my size. It's such a skinny bed, and it's hard, like really hard. Where are the pots and pans? What do you want? Eggs? Is that what you think?
No, I want eggs
Scrambled?
Benedict.
Oh, eggs Benedict. Nicole Isaac's was feel free here. Yeah. There's a shower.
Oh, it's not even a pooper.
No.
Wow, you have to walk outside for a shower? That sucks.
Yeah, and then you have to like walk back naked back to the house freezing. Imagine if there's a snowstorm.
After a beautiful morning of exploring Ella Island, it was time to head back to the boat.
We just came back from an expedition, but basically you come here every morning before you go out on the Zodiacs and do a landing to get dressed, and here we are. So I got my rubber boots, my life jacket, and then you basically exit off the ship onto a Zodiac to do a landing or a Zodiac ride. The mud room.
It actually has nothing to do with mud.
It's wet though.
It should be the wet room.
It should be the wet room.
Once we were back on the ship, I went straight up to the top deck to admire the scenery. And that's when we got the announcement that we had one more surprise Zodiac cruise that they added for the day.
I love the
Okay, we're getting on a Zodiac, and we're
That is true though.
crossing our fingers for some polar bears.
One girl
The
told
few
us.
Zodiacs before us
We
said that
said,
they
"Do you see
did
any
not
animals?"
see any polar bears.
One girl we asked and she said, well, we saw a seagull, which is great. Which is great because I love seagulls.
For some reason in my gut, I felt like we were gonna see one, but I wasn't getting my hopes up. And just as we were going to head back to the ship, we saw something on the rocks.
Wow. I knew we were gonna see a polar bear, and we freaking saw a polar bear!
We were really lucky to see this polar bear. And I actually thought we would see a lot more polar bears in Greenland, but because of climate change, there's a lot less ice, which leads to a lot fewer opportunities for them to find food. So a lot of them are migrating north.
I just saw my first polar bear in the wild, which is so crazy. And it was the perfect moment. The sun was setting, it was on top of a mountain, it was closing for us. It was so cute, and it was the perfect moment. Honestly, the perfect end to a great day.
Good morning. Wow, this is our most beautiful morning yet. We are watching the sunrise amongst icebergs, snow-capped mountains in the middle of this beautiful bay. I'm so excited for today. So we're here for a few hours and I'm pretty sure we're polar plunging this morning, and the ship is now like cruising and breaking ice as we cruise. So we're going to be polar plunging in icy water. So it's going to be very, very cold, but I don't care. It's so, so pretty. You know it's real when you have to sign a waiver for polar plunging.
Yes, you do.
They play music for us to warm us up. And then they give you a shot of vodka when you come out and a towel. Hey! I need that energy right now. Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh my god! No!
Yes, Nicole. Oh, we got it.
I hate that. I hate that. I just ran to my room after I dove because I just want to take a hot shower. I left my GoPro out there. I ran away with the harness on. Oh my gosh, and I dove head first. Had to do it though. I'm in the Arctic. I did one in the south, got to do one in the north. Officially crossed it off my bucket list, and I don't think I ever want to do a polar plunge again for the rest of my life.
We are passing by a 10-kilometer glacier right now. There's a really cool cave back there. We're cruising through tons of ice and icebergs, and we just did a polar plunge a little bit ago in this water surrounded by ice. So that was crazy. It was frigid but fun. And now we're just enjoying the views and the glacier.
The sun was shining, the air was crisp, and we were surrounded by beautiful floating icebergs and glaciers. It felt like another pinch me moment. Later that day, we were going out to another landing, this time to Holsbu. On this landing, we went to visit a trapper hut that was built almost 100 years ago. Trappers were hunters that went after polar bears and polar foxes for their fur because they were worth a lot of money in the winter.
Oh my. Well, that worked.
Smells in there. Wow. She has a nice bedroom. So
She's like by herself, right?
So she was the female hunter, and she stayed here in the 30s, basically. And she stayed here by herself, and this was her bedroom. And she just based here and hunted animals. I need to find out more of her story, but this is crazy. It looks exactly the same as how she left it. Wow. Wow, it's nuts. Another beautiful landing has come to an end. Washing off our boots.
We don't want to do any harm to the environment by spreading non-native organisms, so it's a must that we disinfect our boots before and after each landing.
The fun stuff.
Now it's time to enjoy my favorite feature of the Albatros expedition boat.
Yes.
The hot tub. And in my opinion, this has the best view from the entire boat. And it's warm, my favorite. My trip was coming to an end soon, and we were on our way to our final landing at McBukta to visit another hut. As you can see, nothing really grows out here because the landscape is made of volcanic rock.
This is the first indoor bathroom inside the hut, and it's my worst nightmare. Oh my god, it's colder inside than outside, 100%. How hot do you think the house gets, like once you turn on the furnace?
It gets a little warm, right by the furnace.
Yeah, no.
The rest of it's not.
Could never. Could never.
These conditions that these people lived in really gave me an appreciation for what I have, especially my warm house. Now it was time to head back to the boat and get a good night's sleep before our last day in Greenland.
First day of no sun.
Yeah, so far.
That is a very blue glacier.
Day 5, and we just left the ship and jumped in the Zodiac to check out the amazing scenery around us.
My mouth is numb. I can't even speak right now. My face feels frozen.
But not cold enough. This pristine wonderland was slowly slipping away before our eyes. The sight of this once mighty giant being reduced to a trickle of ice was a stark reminder of the fragility of our planet and the devastating impact that humans have on the environment and climate change.
Bye, Greenland. It's our last morning in Greenland. We just had our last Zodiac ride of the trip, and we are surrounded by beautiful glaciers all around us. And it's just amazing to be able to come to these very untouched and remote places like Greenland. And I can't get over how beautiful the scenery is. And I'm sad to go back, but it's time to make our way back to Iceland. Goodbye, beautiful Greenland.